welcome to another What I Eat in a Day on Weight Watchers Blue Plan. Sammy is fascinated with his little toes, and also not wanting mommy to be very far away, which makes yeah, do you just love your mommy? Which makes cooking anything or getting anything, what else do you have to say? Very difficult. So I'm just sitting on the couch with him, about to eat my breakfast. So I scooted away just long enough. He did protest a little bit to make some sourdough toast. So this is 6 points worth of sourdough toast, and sourdough toast is like my favorite thing in the world. And thankfully he's not quite at the point where he's like wanting to like try to eat what I'm eating, because he's just 4.5 months, you know. So I could just sit him on my lap and he'll be fine talking to me, playing with his toes while I try to eat a little bit. Right cutie pie? Yeah. Despite the fact that I'm still wearing the same clothes, he is not. It is the next day. So I wanted to try to make a crockpot meal yesterday, which is it's chicken and dumpling soup by WW Pound Dropper. But someone needed me and I was never actually able to get the crockpot started in time to have it for dinner. But we're hoping for some sort of a nap for the morning so I can try to get it started. So I'll just be sure I'll have the same toast for breakfast. And maybe he's just sucking on this. Maybe I'll be able to start the crock pot to show you guys today. We'll see. Hi, Sammy. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Success! Alright, I'm going to desperately try to throw this crock pot meal together. Alright, so I have the chicken in here, then it needs chicken broth, celery, onions. I'm throwing in some carrots, and then it calls for garlic, salt, pepper, and then dill. So I'm not a huge fan of dill, so I'm just going to put a little bit, but I'm going to add some thyme and parsley because Emily Bites has a casserole for chicken and dumplings that I love, and she has these. So I'm going to add some of those seasonings to kind of mix it up. Alright, I'm also hoping that, well, I'm hoping that this is delicious, but that it also makes a lot so I could have leftovers, because leftovers are saving me. And then, oh, this does seem to be like a lot. I am using a little bit more chicken than it is called for also, because it's what I have and this was frozen, and so I want to be able to use what I have. I chopped up all these last night after Sam went to bed so I could try to just make these a little easier and work for me. So this is just supposed to be a tablespoon, but I'm going to add extra because I love garlic. And this one. Ooh, and it smells so good. Alright, so I'm not going to measure like I do these seasonings. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit, but I am going to be kind of liberal because it's a pretty big pot, so I want to make sure that it has flavor to it, you know, and it's not too bland. So the first was the dill, then was the thyme, now is the parsley, and then just a little bit of pepper, some sprinkling. Oops. Okay, this thing keeps on falling. I feel like nothing's coming out. It has to come out. Okay. And then just a little bit of salt. I'm going to pour it into my hand so it doesn't come out too fast. Alright, yay! Success! I'm so excited I was able to do it. Alright, So I'm going to cover this, and then I think it needs to cook on low for like 6 to 8 hours, then shred the chicken and stuff like that, and then add the parts for the dumplings. Yay! Lunchtime, and I'm really excited about this because Yoshinoya is like this kind of fast food place that I used to go to as a kid a lot. My mom and my aunt, I don't know where they found this, but they found this I think maybe at a Japanese microwave. Sorry, I just saw microwave. Japanese marketplace. This thing is 9 points, so it's a very, very high, but I'm so curious. And I think the soup that I make tonight is pretty low. So I am going to try this. So if you don't know, it's beef with onions in sauce, and then I'm going to serve it over rice, like they say. So I already have rice cooking. So while that's microwaving, I just wanted to tell you about a podcast that I'm listening to. So, like I'm sure so many moms, it's really hard for me to hear my baby like cry or whine, and naps are a huge struggle. Everything about naps is a struggle. Maybe if I have time, I'll try to talk to you about that later. And sometimes he'll like cry or fuss or whine, and I just have a hard time listening to it, but I'm like rocking him and patting him and stuff. And so one thing that like helps me to remain calm is when I put him down for naps, I pop a podcast into my ear, and that's so like I don't get anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, he's been crying for like 4 minutes already, like what, like, and so it just helps me to be calm, because I know that when I feel other people's energy, like I could grab onto the energy. So when I try to put him down to naps, I really try my best to stay calm. And so like I rock him and I pat him, and then I'm humming and stuff. And so anyway, so I do get to listen to podcasts off and on. And this podcast that I listened to, they had like a bracket tournament about I think it's best TV theme songs. Okay, so before I tell you, I want you guys to guess. So please write in the comments, what do you think won for the best all-time TV theme show? So this is let me explain. So this is a podcast. It's called Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast. It's a very, very long podcast, and it's kind of like a topical, so they change topics all the time. I pick and choose which ones I listen to based on what they're talking about. But I like these like not heavy, just fun, fluffy topics. I love and really, really help me. So anyway, so this was when they did like I think in 2019 or whatever, and then they kind of announced or let them know that they were doing part 2 this upcoming Saturday, and I was like, I didn't know that there was a part 1, because I just discovered this podcast like not too long ago. So it's like that was going to be fun, and it was really fun and it made me realize that there are like a lot of famous shows that I have just never even seen an episode of, like Cheers, MASH, Different Strokes. I don't know, there's just a lot of them that I've never listened to. And then there were some that's like they totally didn't put like the Saved by the Bell theme song on, or in my opinion the Pokemon theme song, because I loved Pokemon when I was a kid and my heart still do. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what theme song won. Ready? Say it with me. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Also, didn't watch that one, and I have no idea why I didn't watch that show. My guess is because it came out in '90, so I was 2 years old when it came out, and then 1990, and then I'm thinking the reruns might have conflicted with something. I have a feeling it conflicted with Sister Sister, which I loved Sister Sister, so I would pick Sister Sister over just about anything during that age. So alright, I'm going to try to make my lunch before the baby wakes up. Alright, I am very excited about this because this looks, I know it's not pretty, but it looks very similar to the actual beef bowl. So this is very, very, very high in point lunch, so it's 6 points worth of rice. If you like cauliflower, and then 9 points, so this is 15 points. If you like cauliflower rice, which I sadly don't, I think this would be awesome, because then it would be more reasonable. But I'm going to go see if it's any good. Alright, dinner has been cooking for quite a while, and as you could see, the chicken is pretty tender, so I am just going to roughly shred this. Not like, because I kind of want it to be chunky a little bit. So I'll just shred it in here. Oh, and about my lunch. The taste was really good and it tasted just like the restaurant, but it is really messing with my stomach. Like, I am not feeling very good at all. So I don't know if I'll be having it again, but the taste was good. This little guy, he's 4 months old, and he is supposed to be transitioning from 4 naps to 3, because at 5 months he's supposed to be closer to the 3 naps. He took 4 naps. He's having so much fun in this thing. And Sammy, would you like to tell everybody what your grand total of time napped between, you know? He's having fun. In 4 naps, he took a grand total of 1 hour and 21 minutes in 4 naps. So, Mommy feels like she's going a little crazy because it takes a while to get him down to nap, and then he naps in like half the time it takes for Mommy to put him down. Not really, but it's usually like equal. So I don't know what to do with you, kiddo. We try to tire you out, but you just are like the energy bunny, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but he slept really well, and I wonder if he got like over 11 hours of sleep, and he usually gets 10 and a half. We would like it to be 12 because that, I think, is the age appropriate amount of nighttime sleep. But I'm wondering if he got so much sleep that he's just felt good all day. Cause Eric's eating, I won't show him. Eric, he hasn't been super grumpy, right?
No, not at all.
No, he's been like his regular letting us know he's tired. But anyway, that is what is going on. I spent a lot of my day trying to get him to nap and then rushing to be, oh my gosh, he's awake already. So, yeah. But so much fun to watch him play. He used to not be able to reach these when we first got this, and now he's beating up this monkey. And having so much fun. Does anybody else obsess, or did you obsess about your baby getting like the recommended amount of sleep? Because I cannot stop. I cannot stop thinking about it. And I wish I was more like go with the flow about it a bit, because if I take a step back, he's acted pretty normal. Like he hasn't been terrible to put down for naps. Like he hasn't completely lost it. And he hasn't been super fussy when it was time for napping. Like he's been in a really like good mood basically today. And it's been really easy, but I can't stop obsessing over it. It is hard when it's like one of his naps I think was like 17 minutes or something, so it's like and what I do is like so we get his room ready, we put him in the sleep sack. Sometimes he gets upset that he is in the little sleep suit sack thing, and so if he's getting upset and if he's starting to lose his mind, I think that's usually a sign that he's overtired a bit. I'll go and I'll walk him around the living room, we'll look outside, I'll like calm down, and then and I'll just be like patting his back, and I'll be talking in like very calm voices to him, and then I do like a little check. So like I check is like I start rocking like forward and back a little bit, like while I'm standing instead of side to side. And if his head like wobbles a little bit, like he goes like this instead of like resisting it, I'm like, oh, okay, he's like getting tired, because this kid wiggles when I'm trying to put him down. And so then if he does it, like I power walk and I go really, really fast to his room, and like I plop it down. Was that funny?
Power walk that.
Well, I'm not running. I'm not.
Really funny.
But I am
power walking.
well, power walking with a. I'm walking as fast as I can. I think Eric's tired because he's losing it. I don't think that was that funny. So I go as fast as I can to his room, and I plop down on my rocker and I rock like as far as it can extend, which means his like head is going like and then eventually his head will like fall on my shoulder, and I'm like, yes. And so if his head like falls on my shoulder, then it's like, okay, countdown. So then I try to get him to where he stops wiggling, because like he has dancing feet, so he always like twirls his feet like this. And then after I get him like calm, I then like, because I sing the same song to him, then I'll sing the same song 3 times while I'm rocking him. But once he's like calm, I start the timer. So like when I say like he had a 17-minute nap, I do the 3 songs, and then I stand up and I like pat him like, and I rock him, and then I like and for another 3 songs, then I transfer him, then I like sit there with my hand on his chest, and then like slowly like lift it off and then leave. And so it probably is like 5 to 10 minutes of me, like, even though I started the timer because he's asleep, of like me making sure he's like really deep asleep. So like the 17 minutes, then it's like, well, I guess 7 minutes, which is like enough for like me to go to the bathroom and get a drink of water, and then I start hearing him on the TV or on the little monitor and stuff. So I don't know what to do. Eric does not seem worried about it, but I am obsessed and worried about it. We'll see. Do you care about pimple popping? I like to just let my pimples run their natural course. My husband, on the other hand,
it's the biggest pimple I've ever seen. Like, and I'm dying to pop it myself, but she
Can you guys see? Just in case.
It's so big.
Here's the biggest pimple he's ever seen. And I never get pimples on my nose. So I don't know what. It is so big.
Related, probably.
Oh my gosh. Maybe that's what's it. But anyway, this ugly pimple. Would you just leave it be? I'm just leaving, or would you want to pop it? I would just leave it be. He wants me to get rid of it. Alright, so this is how it looks. And then I am just going to dump the 2 cans of the cream of the Heart Healthy Request cream of chicken soup on here, and let this cook on low for a little bit. So after it's been cooking for a little while on low, I'm going to just try to open this, which is the scariest thing in the world, and I don't like it at all. And then I'm going to cut these into 4s. These are going to be like the dumplings, and I'm going to stir them into there. And then you have to change it from low to high. That apparently is the big deal, from low to high for about 40 minutes. I'm getting some baby snuggles in, so Eric.
I'm cutting her thingy for her. So these are in 4ths. It's rare to do this without a thumb.
I know.
Oh, I made a face. For Sam.
Yeah, Sam made a friend. Tell him what Sam did when you
Sam stuck his tongue out at it. And I was like playing with him.
And his little thing has his tongue stuck out too.
I thought it kind of looked like a ghost because of the poof in the hair. So.
Yeah. So anyway, so we changed it on high, and then Eric is just helping me out because the little baby's being so sweet with me, giving me some nice cuddles. So he's just popping it in there. And so it's supposed to be on high for about 40 minutes or until these things are cooked.
Alright, so I did all of the cutting into 4ths and I threw them in there. Then I mashed them around to try to like get them under. So hopefully these cook. It looks good. Wish I could eat it.
And this is what it looks like. Once again, not pretty, but smells really good. All right, so this is for on the blue plane. This is only 4 points for a cup and a half. So I'm so excited. This is more than a cup and a half, but that's just the serving size. I took a shower. I'm wearing different clothes, by the way. Just in case we're wondering about how long I could not shower. It's a long time, you know, but I did decide to shower. So sorry about the weird lighting. So dinner, super good. Personally, for my taste, I would have added more salt, either to the finished dish or to like added more to the thing as a whole. But I have learned the dangers of having too much salt in your diet, not personally, but like from loved ones and stuff. So I'm going to start now and slowly work on my sodium level and intake. Really, I'm not doing anything drastic. I'm just trying to be aware, and I'm going to try to work on not adding salt to things. And just kind of get my taste buds used to that a little bit, because taste buds can get used to a lot of things. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, so in case you couldn't, like, I am so obsessed with Sam's sleep and things. His night sleep is getting way better, which I'm so thankful for. Maybe one day we'll talk about it, but we'll see. I feel like we make a lot of promises, and then doing videos, like sit down videos, are really hard with the little one and with working, stuff like that. But his naps are rough, and sometimes I feel like this age that we're in, we're almost cursed with like too much information, because it was driving me crazy today that my husband Eric wasn't that concerned about Sam's terrible sleeping. He got I think it was a total of I don't know, I told you earlier, like an hour and 20 something minutes total for today, which I know is not healthy for his age. But Eric was like, Eric was not concerned. I was like, why is this not bugging you? And he was like, he slept really well last night. He was in a pretty good mood, possibly better than average mood today. And he was like, and I'm looking at him, he's healthy, he's happy. What more can I want, you know? And so, and I think, even though it's hard, I think I'm going to work a little bit more on that kind of attitude, like look at my kid for who he is, just straight, without the lens of, oh, this is how it should be, this is how much sleep he should be, this is how much food, all these different things. Like, look at him and see how I could best take care of him, just looking him straight through my eyes. And if I did that today, his naps would, it is hard. It is hard when his naps are so short, because like I said, like, it's very hard to do anything, like anything at all, and during the day, which is when we need to do a lot of the work. And he still does wake up a couple times a night to, I think he wakes up 2, maybe 3 times in the middle of the night to feed, and then I still have to get up and pump, so sleep for me is still difficult. But anyways, I think I want to try to hold on to this lesson. Like, I do have the knowledge, and I am aware of where he's supposed to be developmentally, but all kids do things differently. All kids are just different. Their needs are different, their strengths are differences, their weaknesses are different. And I need to just like look at the baby that I have and use this information if I need it. But it's a if I need it. Like, I need to work on it. Like, I don't want to create a problem if there's not a problem, and I think I might be doing that. Or I could be wrong, or I could be wrong, and it could be a problem. But I'm going to try, even though it goes against my nature, I'm going to try to wait for the problem to present itself. Sorry, these are kind of annoying to see, huh? I'm going to try to wait for the problem to actually present itself before I do things and before I obsess. I still am going to be tracking I'm tracking things. Like, so I'm tracking his wake windows. I'm tracking like how he falls asleep, like how long, and is it like, is he wiggly? Like, could he just not like physically settle down? Was he like a little fussy? What happened? How long his nap was? How he woke up? Like did he wake up and like happy or whatever? Because like, not today, but like sometimes he'll wake up and he'll just like play around in his crib a little bit. And anyway, I'm just trying to like gather information, so if we have to make a change, I'm going to make a change. I do have some basic information on the app Huckleberry. If you are a parent of a baby, I could not recommend this app higher. It is amazing, and it is free, which is a big deal. Anyway, sorry, I'm babbling. Let's talk more about the food. The food today, the dinner was really good. I would recommend it. It was easy. I know I made a similar dish by Emily Bites. So this was a different, today was the WW Pound Dropper. The Emily Bites had like a chicken and dumpling casserole. Personally, I think the casserole, I do think it's more points, but I thought it was tastier. But this is really good, really solid. It made a lot. I'm going to be eating this for a long time, which I'm really thankful for, because I need some quick and easy meals, especially if this guy is in a short napping phase. Man, I love him. He is like, he's such a good, happy, easy baby, and I need to enjoy my easy baby. I need to not create problems where there are no problems, because he's just like, he's just pure joy. Pure joy, and I need to focus on that, which is hard. All right. So sorry guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button, and then if you are new, also please, if you have a chance, please check out our shop. My husband and I have a small business. We've been running together for a while. I sew back there as much as I possibly can with the little guy. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.